everyone, and happy Friday. This is your weekly video update. I have a lot of great information today to share, and I want to start with some new team members that we're welcoming to the team this week and early next week. This week we welcomed Lauren as a bather at the pet resort. She is incredible and is already fitting in really well. Lauren, welcome, welcome, welcome. We do these videos every Friday, so I hope you enjoy especially. And then also early next week, we're going to be welcoming back a team member who worked for us years ago. So anyone who's worked here for more than 7 years very well knows Sylvia Bertolazzi. She is owner of Carpe Diem Gelato Shop, and she is looking to take some time off there and do some part-time work, and came back here after years of service. She had gone on that venture, and now she'll be back as a seasonal employee to help us with some of our upcoming customer care team maternity leaves, and just filling in a department that's going to be a little bit short coming up soon. So we're really excited. Welcome back, Sylvia. Wanted to address a couple of things. First off, about scheduling. I think we're having a great result with our on-call managers who can help with any call outs or any scheduling needs or any practice needs after hours when you need them. But one thing that's been a little bit confusing is, do you call these people during the day, or who would you regularly call if you find out during the daytime that you're going to need to miss a shift or be late or anything? Well, you still call those people. So we're going to organize their schedule to where they can be available. You would still call them on their cell phones. So when you see their name in Humanity, in shift planning, that they're the one on call that day, that starts at midnight and it goes through the very end of the day. So midnight to midnight is what their shift is on those. So you would still call them even if it's during the day, even if you know they're at work. What I would urge you to do is, if you make a phone call to a scheduler on call, no matter when it is, leave a message if they don't answer, and give them some time to call back. I would say it's appropriate to give them 10 minutes at least to call back before you try the next number. That would help if they were tied up doing something personal, or if they were tied up here at work and just didn't get a chance to call you back at that moment. If you know they're at work, it wouldn't hurt to call the office either and give them some time to call back. And of course, you know who to go to next if you weren't able to get a hold of those people. The next thing on my list was about our CE. Really, really important that you guys are paying attention to these dates and making sure that you RSVP. I know we had to cancel one of the dental CEs this week and then had a few people disappointed about that. Well, if you don't RSVP, we don't know that you're coming. And we canceled due to predicted low attendance. So I know that was a little bit disappointing on all ends of the spectrum there. So we'll just make sure to make it easier for you to RSVP to those in the future. Put that out there clearly, and we'll try again. So we're trying again next week. On Monday at 6:30, we'll do the dental CE, and then we'll have it again during the day hours on Thursday. That's February 1st, and we'll do that one at noon. So we'll make sure that those dates are posted clearly in Slack so that you can get to them. And again, make sure you RSVP. So do that on the link below, and we'll see you there. For February, gonna post that date very soon, and or those two dates rather, and those will be whiteboard sessions. So I gotta be honest, I'm very, very excited for this because Melinda has worked very hard to organize whiteboard and to implement it, and I know that the challenges that we have are probably stemming from some people just not knowing any better or not knowing all the shortcuts. So we're hoping to bring this all together. It's going to be for new users who are learning whiteboard, for existing users, for masters, just making sure that we bring all the knowledge together of the concerns that we've heard and the workarounds or the work-throughs that we've found for those things. So that'll definitely be one that would be helpful for everybody at every skill level with whiteboard. And again, every position, because that's going to be something that can help across the hospital and the resort in the future. Take the time to learn that. I'm really, really excited for that one. Also this week, I had announced that we joined efforts with the FoodNet Pet Food Pantry, and I'm really excited. I was surprised that it happened so quickly after sending our request in, that boom, we were up there. And so although we're still committing to a space within the practice where we can collect those donations, right now they are here behind my desk on the floor, and we've gotten a lot of really cool bags that I'm really excited to donate. And we're going to get a bin. But I wanted to tell you about what we're actually doing besides just collecting food, and where this food goes. So everybody probably is aware that Acadiana has a food pantry for people who can't afford their groceries or have fallen in hardship in some kind of way. And pets are affected by this too. And so they did a study about why people are surrendering their pets at the shelter, and the number one reason is they can't afford to feed them, and that's really sad, and it's a really easy fix. So FoodNet decided to open up a pet section in their food pantry for people to come and purchase pet foods so that they can keep their pet during their time of hardship without missing a beat. And so we're going to help to stock those shelves, and we're one of the 4 drop-off locations in Lafayette, and New Iberia there are no drop-off locations, so Rayo's is really going to be the first to help serve there too. So I'm really proud of us for doing that. They put it in an all-call this week that they were mostly interested in larger size bags, and I think that may be a trend because people only get so many trips through the food pantry per month. So if they get to pick up a larger bag, or they're limited on the quantity of things that they can get, that's the most bang for their buck. So we're encouraging large size bag donations, 16 pounds or bigger, is what's necessary. However, I don't think that they turn anything away because some people obviously would have smaller pets. It's also not limited to dogs and cats. They take for any household pets. So fish food, reptile food, rabbit food, I'm sure birds, anything I think that they take. They do focus on dogs and cats as that's the most popular. So again, our target to ask for if people are wanting to know what to buy would be larger size bags, like 16 pounds and up of dog or cat food. And we're going to have a bin in the front lobby to collect those. And I imagine they'll pick up once a week or every other week, empty the bin, and we'll start again. So find us on Facebook and look at the post. It's incredible to see more about that company and how they serve the food pantry. Next is our newsletter. I wanted to bring to everybody's attention that we're kind of changing the way that we do that. Leading up until this point, for years past, we've sent a newsletter out to our clients in paper. About a year ago, we transitioned to doing a few paper newsletters by request and doing the rest in digital, where we would post it online, social media, and email them to clients. And it's just not weighing out as valuable right now. It's not affordable to continue printing those newsletters for just a few people who subscribe that way. So we're going to transition to all digital newsletters, and because we're doing this, we're going to be able to afford to do it monthly. And I think that's going to be really good as LVCC is so involved in the community. We have a lot of topics to share, and you have limited attention. If we're able to do more frequent, we can do shorter publications and get the most bang for everybody's time. So we're going to start that in February, a monthly newsletter. The good news is that we were able to finish it early, so I'm going to be able to also post it in Slack so you can get first view and see what our clients are going to read. The next thing is, speaking of community events, that we have a lot of cool events going on. So in the break room, we have a corkboard, blue corkboard, and we've got all these clipboards that go on it. So what I've done is put information about each event there, and again, I'll also post it in Slack. But these clipboards are going to be where you can sign up. So there will be information about the event and then a sign up portion for each one. Some of the event information I had to make a little bit bigger, so the sign up is on the second page. And there's details about what exactly you can be signing up for and what times that those might occur or we might need you. And then, of course, if you have questions that aren't answered there or by another team member, you can definitely come and find me. I would be happy to help because I need your help. The next part is I wanted to remind of our new program, Vet Direct. That's where we can ship Purina products directly to people's homes. They can buy it online, and there's a lot of things that are really, really cool about that system. One is, you guys know we're a business and we have to operate as a business to afford all the things from your salary to the ability to operate 24/7 and everything that goes into it. So profit is a thing that we have to pay attention to. And Vet Direct allows us to sell food and receive the same profit as we would if we had sold it in-house. And that's really, really huge because food sales are important to us. We really depend on that. And making good food recommendations is one of the most important things that we can do for our pet's health. So Vet Direct allows us to have the best of both worlds. It allows us to cut down on what food we actually have to stock, and it allows owners to have that food shipped to their house. Well, they are also really competitive with a lot of online sites. I know everybody knows that when you recommend something to an owner in the room anymore, that they hop on Chewy or on Amazon or on PetMeds or any of those other places, and they shop for what's going to be the most competitive price. I don't blame these people because I would do the exact same thing. But what we have, I think, is very comparable, and they're getting it from us, but that is not valid unless you tell them. So you need to know all the details that go around Vet Direct and Purina products. One is they're coming directly from the manufacturer, so there's no second handling. They come through Vet Direct directly from Purina to the owner. It's a direct ship. So they don't have to worry about any food being mishandled in any way or ending up in any kind of storage. So I appreciate that for the freshness and the promptness that that must bring. They get 20% off of their first order. That's awesome. And all they have to use is the Take 20 code after they set up their first profile. It's really short and it's very easy. So 20% off their first order. It's free shipping always, whereas they do not get that through Chewy. And then also, there's an auto ship feature, so they can enroll and they get free auto shipping. They can calculate how much their pet eats per day, how many bags that they'll need, and they can set it up to automatically deliver so they don't ever forget or ever run out. And I really appreciate it for those things. So if you find an owner who's immediately shopping for something online and that's obvious, you may take just the extra 30 seconds to educate them on those things. Remind them that it helps us help them in the future. We can keep track of their orders. We know they're getting a quality product, and we're doing it for the same price, if not better, than what they're going to get anywhere else. So take the time to educate them. Also, Purina does another great thing for us, and that is they help us feed our pets for a really affordable rate through the Purina for Professionals website. And I was reminded by another team member just earlier this week that they do kind of a renewal type process at the beginning of every year. So if you're ordering for your pets, you may be asked to renew, and it's going to confirm that you're still an employee with us, so you can keep getting that great discount. And you get a lot of the same features through Purina for Professionals that our clients will get through the Vet Direct, which they can access from our website. You get, again, deep discounts on your pet food, cheaper than what we can buy it for. So it's really incredible. And then also, you get the same access to the auto shipping. And although it's not free shipping for employees because they're giving it basically at cost, it's only $2. So that's incredible. Take the time to take advantage of that. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, come see me or Laura. We'll help fix you up and get you saving some money and feeding your pets the same thing that we recommend. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about is real quick plug for ProHeart and Simparica being items that are combined. These two products work better together. ProHeart, the 6-month heartworm prevention injectable, and then Simparica, the oral flea prevention, and they're both made by the company Zoetis, so they offer a great rebate when those products are purchased together. I know that we've been offering this rebate for a while, and then the forms went away. Well, Dawn got them back for us. They're on the shelf, easy to get to. You just want to make sure that you educate owners that these products do work better together, and the rebate is only good if they actually purchase those together. So those same items have to be on the same invoice. In other words, the day that they get their ProHeart, they would have to buy their Simparica in order to take advantage of that rebate form. That's really important. The next thing that I wanted to mention is actually pretty exciting for our doggy daycare owners. Drew headed up a great registration for them so that we gave out some educational packets to daycare owners a few weeks back. He's getting them back now. And one of the things that he created was a Slack channel specifically for daycare owners. So it's actually a different Slack account, but the resort team is able to manage that, and the daycare owners participate with Slack just like we do. They have different channels for information and for fun. They can direct message when they arrive to curbside to pick up their pet so that we don't keep them waiting any longer than we absolutely have to. We send out fun pictures from daycare and updates, information about the daycare parties. So I'm really proud of that. I think it's going well, and I've seen a lot of owners interacting this week, which is what daycare is all about. So great job to them, and I hope that you keep it up and continue to make it the best it can be. The last thing that I wanted to talk about was reminding about outgoing records. Since going 24 hours a day, have a little bit lost touch of what we originally were doing with referrals. And I wanted to be very, very clear about what we consider a referral to give you the best direction for the future. So a referral to us is when another veterinarian calls our office and arranges their patient to come for whatever kind of second opinion, advanced diagnostic, special care, overnight care, whatever it is. It takes the act of that veterinarian calling one of our veterinarians and coordinating getting that patient here. That's a referral. And those are the ones that you're going to put in Company 11, and it's going to mark their account in blue. And it's also going to communicate to our team that we don't provide additional care to those patients. We see them for whatever issue that they were referred here for, and then we essentially do the act of referring them back, which means we send those records back to that referring veterinary hospital. Anything else is not considered a referral. So if somebody chooses to come and see us during hours that their veterinarian is not operating, if they're closed, that's not a referral. That is, those people found us because their veterinarian was not available. And I don't mean that in any kind of ugly or condescending way, or to say in any way that we're better than they are. The same thing could happen to us if we ever weren't available to our clients and they went somewhere else. We would not expect them to be sent back as a referral. We would hope that we do a diligent job of creating the wow and being us and taking extraordinary care of those patients, that those people would want to come back to us. So in a sense, we're expecting the same from any other veterinarian. So again, a referral is referred to us. A new client finds us on their own. So we have to know the difference. Only mark referrals that were referred to us as referrals. Anyone else is a new client, and you find out how they heard about us. We have added a statement to our new client form for the past week, and I actually updated it a little bit more just to make it the most precise that we could yesterday. So here it is now. There's a blank for initial where we would ask the client to initial that they understand the following statement. And it says that the client must request their own records to be sent to the veterinarian of their choice. That we don't do this automatically because we're not a referral clinic. So no matter which situation brings them to us, we will not automatically send records out to another facility without the owner requesting them themselves. So we're going to change the way that we do this amongst our customer care team. So when you're ready to send a referral report out, or when you take this request from an owner rather, you're going to use the code REF, and it's going to come up and it's going to say referral report. And then what I would ask you to do is in the notes or in the description, type in where you want that report sent to. What we'll be able to do with that is we will be able to do an information search, choose the patients from there, and the customer care team can send out the records once they're complete. Just to be clear that I'm very clear in the way that I'm saying this, is an owner will now have to request their records to be sent out following a visit to their regular veterinarian or wherever they want them to in order for us to do that. The difference would be if we are actually referring the patient ourselves. So if it's a patient who always comes here and we are sending them to LSU or to LVS, we would actually be, through the act of referring them, having permission to share the record because the owner would have already agreed. So make sure that you understand the difference, that the owner will request those. And there are cases where you might even have to prompt an owner if you know that they were referred here by their regular veterinarian and will be getting permission to send those records back from them. You can put in that code so that actually happens once they're completed. We'll probably talk about this more as we come forward. One thing that we are going to do is we're going to take the time within the next week to send a letter to veterinarians who regularly refer to us, and reach out to them directly also to make sure that they understand that we're changing the way that we do this at this point. And if you have questions or if you have a circumstance that comes up in the meantime, I hope that you ask the right people, which would be Melinda, Dr. Kristen, or myself, on exactly how to proceed with handling records, with handling referrals. Or if you don't understand, please reach out because we need everyone to really get this thoroughly so that we can make sure that we step forward with the right foot. That's all I have for today. We will have extra videos that we're going to post separately for individual groups if there's certain training that needs to happen. So make sure that you watch those videos additionally. I hope you have a great end of your week and weekend. And I hope those who've been suffering with the flu are getting better. And we hope to see you back strong soon.